Welcome back, guys. This is going to be the third installment of my Raging Echoes Infinity War saga, and we're going to hop right in as promised with the Echo KBD. I am going to do you guys the favor of speeding up this footage because this was definitely not the setup I'd recommend for this boss, and I think it was about a 17-minute kill or something, and no one wants to hear me ramble for 17 minutes and end the video there. But it did get the job done for one kill, and we'll definitely get plenty of upgrades before we come back and grind this boss out later. To give a little explanation of this boss, basically for the first half of the kill, he uses multiple different fireballs just like the regular KBD, with one being poison, one electric, one venom, and one kind of bomb-like version similar to Vorkath's fireballs. These versions all have AoE splash damage, but can be fully avoided simply by moving away. It essentially boils down to a run and gun kill while trying to dodge the lingering venom around the arena. Once the KBD reaches about 50% hit points, he will spawn 4 Echo versions of the regular KBD around the arena and become invulnerable until they are all dead. A cool little mechanic with these is that the Echo boss's splash fireballs will actually hit the smaller dragons, which can be sort of fun to see from time to time. At this point, I'm pretty sure the fireballs actually occur slightly faster too, and the AoE is a larger area of effect, and the lingering effects of the venom and the electricity stick around for a lot longer than in the first phase, which can restrict the movement a little bit on longer kills. With all that being said, we did finally get him down on our first blind attempt without too much of an issue. Is that it? Surely. Nope. Yes!
Completed.
Oh my god. That was tense.
Next task completed.
We've done it. And of course, no spooned Kopesh for me, because that kind of stuff doesn't happen. And now I will come back here when I can actually do some order. Oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Get me out. There we go. And finally, I have another mastery point, and my range can start being pretty damn good. And we can go to fight caves. After a little consideration about how slow my DPS was during the Echo KBD kill, I thought it best to do a little range training and shoot for a few small upgrades before running the Fire Cape right away. I'm perfectly comfortable running the Fire Cape, especially with Banker's Note in the mix, but again, I don't like it, so the faster the better. I headed over to Scurious to knock out some of the CAs and some KC Leagues tasks to give my range a quick little injection. There are Leagues points here for 25 kill count, completing the combat achievements, and wielding a bone weapon using a Scurious' spine. Scurious is seriously fast combat XP in the earlier levels, as the bone weapons all have increased DPS, and you always max hit on the small rats, meaning you can rack up XP fast when it's 32 times.
Completed.
You can also use duplicate spines to trade with the gen outside the layer for combat XP lamps to make it even faster. Then I did some clues in hopes of some prayer or range upgrades, and of course a whole bunch of more Leagues tasks. I recorded the easy and medium caskets, but somehow lost all of the footage from the higher tier clues I did, but as you'll see in the next clip, I did upgrade my gear quite a bit from the wizard hat and green D hide I was rocking before. Alright guys, it's finally time to smash out this fight cave and get my tier 6 range mastery. I'm so sick of being so far behind from picking my melee masteries first, and I am so mad at myself for doing that. So let's get this. I've got some decent gear going on, with some range bonus, bit of prayer bonus, with the broad bolts. Definitely not the bolts I want to be using long term, but I honestly CBA going to Soul Wars and grinding out rune bolts right now, so it is what it is. Alright guys, we're coming into the last wave before Jad here, so it's gone pretty smooth, pretty quickly, which is what I always want from a Fire Cape. I hate doing these just because they take so long no matter how powerful you are. I don't like things like that. I like to be able to do 5 minutes and then relax if I choose to. So yeah, this has gone pretty well though. Not too mad about it. Even though I think tanking the Jad hit would get me my next area immediately, I'm not going to risk it because I'm not high enough hit points to guarantee surviving it if I miss the tick eat. So I'm just going to go ahead and get him killed the traditional way. Looks like this has taken me about 32 minutes so far, not too bad. We're going to need to go a lot faster than that before the end of the league.
Level up completed.
Alright, let's get Jad in here. We just got 69 Slayer from that. I'm pretty sure finishing this cave will get us 72. There's the last ranger. Let's get you dealt with ASAP. I've done Jet a million times, so I don't really panic on him anymore. I'm a little bit worried here just because I don't want to have to do this again, but I mean, we just, look at that, we're just murdering him. Do we even have to aggro all the healers? Oh, don't melee me. That could have sucked. Just aggro them all anyway. I should have probably just DPS'd him, it looks like. Wasn't really an issue whatsoever. And any second now. Of course, now it takes 100 years.
Level up, Slayer
Cool.
task.
Now we've done that. That was also a Slayer task too. So that was a bunch of points, bunch of everything. Collection log, fire cave, blah blah blah. Actually, it looks like doing that. None of that was a combat task. We only got one CA. But it is what it is. We can pop that on.
Leagues task completed.
That's going to be a league's task. We can do this mastery. And finally, better late than never, our range now can never miss. And we are going to be a unit for the rest of this league. Again, it did take me a little bit longer than it should have to do this. But again, better late than never. I'm about to get so much done. Sweet. Okay, once we've got the T6 range mastery locked in, the game is officially easy, and we have all the groundwork we need to slap up any content we might run into. Now, all that's left to do before we just have fun with the relics and grind out the points is to unlock our last region, and of course, those last few relics. After getting the Fire Cape, I comboed a bunch of tasks in Moral Wreck and got my Obsidian armor going, then hopped right in for the 1 and 2 Jad challenges. Smooth as butter at this point. Alright, and for the last kill, we need to get our final area. I'm just going to go ahead and kill Sarachnis just because I can't miss. And it's very easy and I need to do it for a task. So, just going to knock it out. And again, this will be the last task I need for my last area. So we'll get to see what that's going to be finally, in case anyone's been curious, which I doubt anyone has, but just in case. Can I get the perfect Sarachnis if it doesn't melee me? I don't know if it counts if these hit you. I don't think it does, so it might not count here. But we'll see. I'm just gonna tank all these things because I don't care. Just trying to get one little tasky done. Oh, am I gonna die? Let's not do that. No hits from Sarachnis. Does that count? Even though everything else was mobbing me.
Leagues task completed.
Looks like it doesn't. Well, that's okay. We'll get that later when we're doing more damage. And we are tankier. So that's okay. Just to check. Insect repellent. I don't remember what that one is. Maybe that one was it. Anyway. Time for our final area. And it's going to be Tyranwin. That's it. It's done. Now we have every region unlocked. And the only thing left to do is a couple relics. Now I've unlocked my final region here, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I made the choices I did while I combo out some chin tasks in the background here. In each league, my primary goal is always to reach dragon rank. This remains the case this league, but I'd be lying if I said some of these echo items didn't affect my thinking a little bit. I was already incredibly tempted to pick the Wilderness this league, as the Wilderness has typically had some of the easiest points to grind out, and as far as I can tell so far, this remains the case. There's the obvious obstacle of Corporeal Beast, but I think I do have a plan for the big chicken later on down the line. The Wilderness pick was locked in with the reveal of the Thunder Kopesh, as that thing just looks like so much fun, and I will say I wasn't wrong, and you guys have a lot to look forward to getting to see that thing later on in the series. With the Wilderness locked in and the Kopesh in hand, I was thinking of going the melee route, but just could not pass up on the range's never miss effect, which is the sole reason I ended up going with the range route. Definitely not the most flashy or fun, but my word, the consistency is so nice.
Level up.
Since I'd made the decision to go with range, but was very attracted to the Kopesh, the next thing I wanted to do was ensure I had some good DPS with the Kopesh, as I had intentions to use it quite a lot. That is where the Tyranwin pick comes from, as the Crystal Blessing can make any melee setup phenomenally powerful. Also gives me the added options of a one-tick blowpipe that can't miss, and Revenge on the Hunlef, both of which I quite like the sound of. Now, for the last region, I knew I wanted to pick a raid region, because who doesn't want to try a 2-tick T-bow? I've picked all 3 raid regions in the past, and by far the most success with TOA, as well as TOA being the raid that I'm probably best to do solo. The problem with picking Desert or Mauritania for my raid region is that they both basically require me to pick Grimoire for my tier 7 relic for Rigor, leaving me with some very, very problematic skilling grinds, namely farming and herblore. Therein, the problem solves itself. Korend gets me Rigor, allowing me to pick one of the other tier 7 relics if I want to, and is my favourite raid and region. I've picked Korend twice before and played in the Twisted League, and find myself very comfortable with the area. I've also had incredibly bad luck at Cox in the past, meaning I still have a lot of content I feel like I've yet to play around with in the region. So yeah, hopefully that clears up any questions about my region you might have. There might be more questions, but hopefully I can answer them in future episodes when you see the plans enacted, or feel free to ask if you want to know my thought processes on anything. But let's get back into the progress. Alright, it's finally time to enact my revenge on the Hunlef. First we get the blue one down, then we can do the red one, then what I'm assuming is a purple flavor. Here's the first kill coming in. Can we get the 1 KC regular enhanced? No, of course not. To be expected, we go for the red guy. First corrupted gauntlet attempt in the league, and I'll just let it play out because this is the gauntlet, and of course it has to mess with me. Alright, first actual corrupted Hunlef kill in the league coming in here. Pretty easy, you just spam it with range the whole time. You have a 60% chance to hit through his prayer, but it's a 100% chance with the T6 range. No enhanced on 1 KC, in fact, nothing 1 KC, so yeah, we get a bunch of CAs here. Super easy because it's so fast, you barely even need a prep. We're going to have to do a few regular gauntlets and like prep in 2 weapons for the perfect Hunlef CAs in regular and CG, but everything's just so much easier and so much fun, which seems weird to say about the gauntlet, but it really is. Chest number 3 coming in here at CG, and of course, the gauntlet has to troll us with the shittiest seed first. Of course it does, it's the gauntlet. Anyway, I guess we'll go again. Alright guys, CG number 5 coming in here. I'm really loving how fast and refreshing these kills are, like it's actually fun, it's kind of crazy for gauntlet. Ooh, first crystal armor seed already. 5 kill count, that's not bad. I want to say the drop rate is meant to be 1 in 10, so that's a little early. Yeah, we'll take that. I needed to take a small break from CG, so I thought I'd AFK thieve some elves to start the crystal teleport seed empire I intend to collect. We got the first one pretty quick here. You'll see why I need so many of these later on, but I need a lot of these, so here's a good start. KC number, I think 8 coming in here. See if we can get maybe our orb finally. I'm really eager to do this echo boss. No, another crystal armor seed though, so that's not bad. I can't even remember what KC this is, honestly, but I figured I'd knock out the no prayer potion CA real quick. Enignol diet wasn't particularly difficult with relics and stuff, but had to be done. Nothing to it though. Easy peasy, lime flavored squeezy. I think this is KC 15 here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little loop-de-loop around the room, because I got a good feeling. And... oh my god, it does exist. I actually fucking got one. I finally got one. Oh my god, dude. I didn't think these things existed. I'm so dry in the real game. You know what's actually really funny, guys? I just realized I actually got the enhanced crystal weapon seed before getting the echo orb to fight the Hunlef, which is only a 1 in 15, and I think this is like a 1 in 85 or something with the multipliers, so that's actually kind of funny, but I'm not mad about it. I want the ranger weapon more than the blessing anyway, since I'm a ranger, but just thought that was funny. Worth mentioning. Been AFKing these elves for about, I don't know, not long at all now. As you can see, I'm getting about 12.5 million XP an hour here, so this was bound to happen pretty quickly, but there it is. 99 thieving knocked out. There's a good chance I go all the way to 200 mil with this skill, so this is just the beginning, but it's points.
When you become a mortician, can I just sign up?
Hey, there we go. We got the Tyranwin Echo Orb. Alright guys, we finally got the Hunlef Echo Orb. We got it at 15 KC, which I think is when you're guaranteed to get it. I'm not totally sure about that, but that's what I think. So I'm going to go ahead and give this my first ever try. See what we do. See how it goes. See if we can get a drop. And let's try this. No idea how it's going to go. But we shall find out. The plan is just to range it the entire time, no? We'll see how that goes.